hope you're having an awesome day wherever you're watching this from. Will here again with Happily Ever Outdoors. Today I wanted to show you some emergency rations from S.O.S. Food Labs. Alright, so first off I just want to say thank you to S.O.S. Food Labs for sending out these products at no cost to us in exchange for our unbiased opinion. I gotta let you guys know I'm not a paid representative for S.O.S. Food Labs, and my opinions and statements in this video do not represent the company. I've also got to clarify, if you're not familiar with these types of products, these aren't designed for your everyday backpacking trips. These products are designed for survival in disaster and emergency type situations. All of these products have waterproof packaging and they're designed with a shelf life of 5 years. First up, we'll be taking a look at their line of new Millennium Energy Bars. As you can see, they sent me a wide assortment of flavors. We've got lemon, blueberry, vanilla, orange, tropical fruits, raspberry, and coconut. Each bar is low in sodium, but they also have 400 calories. So let me grab one of these so you can see it up close. As you can see, these things are made with super sturdy aluminum type packaging. Very, very strong, made to be waterproof. The first time you feel one of these, I mean, it's like a brick. It's very, very dense. And if you're a health food nut, I'm sure you'll look at the list of ingredients and there's a whole bunch of preservatives and crazy stuff in there that you're probably not going to like. But once again, bear in mind that these things are not designed, for everyday use. This is not just a snack for you to take out on your day hike. So let me go ahead and open one of these up so you can get a closer look. By the way, if you take the time and look at the package, they do have a little spot there for you to tear, which is nice. Sometimes you don't see that on these types of products, and they're never easy to open. And you're in a survival situation, you may or may not have a knife, and what good does it do you to have food that you can't open without a knife? So I appreciate them making sure they have that in the package. Once again, I mean, very sturdy packaging, so it's not the easiest thing in the world to open. So let me just pull a piece of that out. I will say, the flavor of these bars is not terrible. It's not particularly great though, I'm not gonna lie. And the way I would describe this bar is almost like a very, very dense and kind of oily shortbread cookie. They're tolerable, I will say that. They're not amazing taste, but the fact that they do, they are flavored, and they do have a variety of flavors. If you're ever stuck in a situation where, you're having to eat these for any kind of extended period of time, there's something psychological, that's kind of positive. At least they taste different, so, you kind of have a little bit of something to look forward to. But not bad, but definitely, like I said, dense and kind of oily. But that's because they do have a lot of calories from fat in these things. They're designed in an emergency situation that it's going to just give you cheap calories and energy just to keep you going for a few days until you can get out of the situation that you're in. One thing to keep in mind with these bars, because of the fact that they are so calorie and so fat dense, you're going to want to make sure you eat this slowly. You don't want to try to chow this thing down because it's going to hit your stomach hard. And if you eat it too fast, I imagine it's probably going to give you some issues. And I will say, from trying these bars, it definitely did a little something to my digestion. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it didn't do anything that caused me any kind of serious issues. But you can tell it's not normal food, and it's not what your body is used to. It's not ideal. But it will give you, energy to get by in a worst case scenario. All right, next up we'll take a look at their standard emergency food rations. You can see I've got 3 different sizes here, from 9 bars down to 6 and down to 3. These are designed for one person to consume 3 bars per day. So this would be your breakfast, lunch, and dinner in an emergency situation. So from a package like this, you could sustain one person for 3 days, 2 people for a day and a half, or 3 people for 1 day out of this brick right here. Now these are not individually packaged bars, so once you open this package up, you'll have to use it before it spoils. And of course those other sections are not going to be sealed and waterproof. So if you're in a situation where it was like a shipwreck or something like that, you would have to have a way to protect those, to shield them so they don't get spoiled. Now once again, like their Millennium bars, these have very sturdy waterproof packaging. So these would be great to take on your boat or something like that. Because you know they're gonna do well with the elements. The expiration dates are printed on the outside, as well as nutrition facts and directions in a couple different languages. And you can tell just from the feel of it that this is a very dense, very thick survival ration. Not exactly fine dining, but definitely something great to have in a worst case scenario. So as I already mentioned, all three of these are the same product, just in different size. And once you open these things, they are not packaged individually, so they will spoil. So for the sake of this video, and in order to not waste all of this product that was sent to me, we're gonna go ahead and open up this smaller package so you guys can take a look. I'm trying to find the tear line on it, if it has one on there. Yep, there we go. So be patient and just look a little bit. That may be difficult if you feel like you're starving to death, but it is on there. So once again, it's not the easiest thing in the world to open, but you can do it without a knife. But I'm feeling lazy right now, so I'm just going to use my knife anyways. Just for the sake of time. So let me see, let's pull this out of here. These are, in fact, packaged individually. I don't think, from looking at them though, they are completely watertight. It almost looks more, I feel a lot of oil on the outside of the packaging. It's not super heavy duty, but yeah, see, and the edges aren't really sealed. So like it just came open very, very easily right there. So the good news is there is some kind of plastic on the outside of these, so that'll definitely help you out in order to divide these up or to spread them out over a couple days. But just don't expect that this is going to keep like water and bugs and stuff out of there. I highly doubt it would. And of course, once this is open, you can forget about the 5-year shelf life. This is not going to keep it for 5 years. I can guarantee you that. So, but okay, let's take a look at this. So once again, not exactly, fine dining, anything to get excited about. Feels very, very oily. You can tell there's a lot of fat in there. And once again, you break it open and kind of similar to the Millennium bars, it's just a really dense kind of shortbread cookie. Honestly, it's almost like an unflavored Millennium bar is what it really tastes like to me. Really, kind of tastes like a butter shortbread cookie. Not exactly great. And same as these bars, because of the high calorie, high fat count in these things, make sure you eat this thing slow. You don't try to, no matter how hungry you are, don't shovel this thing down. Because the worst thing that would happen would be, if you really needed this food and you ate it too fast on an empty stomach and you made yourself sick, you could really be in trouble then. Alright, let's take a look at their Purified drinking water. As you can see, the way they ship it, it comes in 4 individually sealed metal foil type bags that's sealed inside of a larger plastic bag. Directions and information printed on both sides in multiple languages. Expiration dates printed on there. Once again, 5-year shelf life. Now on this one, on this outer packaging, I'm not seeing, there's no kind of tear line on it that I'm seeing. So let me see how easy this thing is to open. I'm hoping you'll be able just to pop it open. Yeah, that's kind of difficult to open. So I think that would probably be a good idea if they added to this packaging on the outside to have a little tear notch like the other ones. Because I could see, right now if I sat and reefed on it, I'd probably get it open eventually, but if you're in a situation where, you're really fatigued and you couldn't get this bag open, that'd be, Pretty sad story right there. But let me go ahead and open this up. Alright, here you go. You guys can take a look. Nothing too crazy. It's a very, very sturdy package, so I don't see this breaking. Now this pouch here only contains, says 4.227 ounces or 125 milliliters. And the directions on the back tell you that one person should have at least 2 bags per day. So this pack you see here is only designed to sustain one person for 2 days or 2 people for 1 day. So if you're using this for like a marine application where you're going out on the ocean, you definitely need to keep that in mind. You know, because if you're out on a ship with 5 people and you got one of these, you kind of might as well not have anything at all, because it's really not going to be enough to make a difference, unfortunately. So just make sure you're aware of that. As long as you keep in mind the limitations and making sure that you actually have enough water to really make a difference in a survival situation, there's definitely some value to this product. You know, it's a sturdy packaging. It's not going to get contaminated or broken very easily. You can see it has a tear notch at the top, so you'll be able to get this open without any problems, even if you're fatigued. It's Coast Guard approved, which is good. And you know, it's water. Of course, outside of a saltwater application, I would recommend that you look into getting yourself a good water filtration and purification system before you carry around a product like this. But for that specific use and purpose, this thing would be great. Lastly, we'll take a look at one more thing S.O.S. Food Labs threw in the bag for me. It is one of their 52-inch by 84-inch emergency blankets. It looks pretty kind of standard, like what you would normally see. It does not have a resealable bag. Of course, this is, you know, this is kind of meant as a disposable item. It's not really something for you to reuse, so that's not surprising. Yep, it's pretty standard what you would see, kind of made out of a thin material. So, you know, you're gonna have to take a little bit of care to make sure you don't tear the thing up. But if you don't have anything else, I mean, this is the kind of thing that could make the difference between life and death. These things do a really great job, a really surprisingly good job at reflecting your body heat and keeping you warm. So definitely something good to have. And I mean, you know, they weigh next to nothing. So how hard is this to throw it in your med kit or in the glove box of your car, in your backpack, you know, even your little day pack when you go out on a day trip hiking. And just having this, you know, you could take this and you could use it as a shelter to keep you out of the rain, you know, in replacement of a tarp, or use it as a blanket just to keep you warm. So it's amazing, you know, anyone who's actually been in a survival situation will tell you that the smallest things, such as this, can make all the difference in the world. So in general, definitely a good product. You know, this isn't a bad emergency blanket. There's nothing that really makes it particularly stand out from other ones that I have seen. But you know, it's a good product, and it will work for what it's designed for. Overall, I think S.O.S. Food Labs has a pretty great line of products here. If you've watched many of my videos, then you know when it comes to meal bars, I'm a big fan of all natural, preservative-free, wholesome ingredients. I love that stuff. And that's definitely the exact opposite of what this is. These things are loaded with preservatives, made to last for 5 years, very high in fat, super high in calories, you know, a lot of stuff in there that I'm not particularly excited about. But you have to keep in mind that these are not food products, they're designed for everyday use. These are survival rations that are made to keep as long as possible so that they'll be there to give you those calories that you need to have enough energy to get out of that situation when things really go south. And all of these products, they do a great job of fulfilling that purpose. And in the end, one of these could make the difference between life and death. Okay guys, this concludes my review of the S.O.S. Food Labs line of survival rations. Feel free to leave your comments and questions below. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, and while you're at it, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching.